Hi, it's Rue at Comic-Con, the greatest, and I am with a twisted person, I believe.
That's right.
Twisted DaRk, and you are?
I'm Neil Gibson, the writer of Twisted DaRk.
Holy cow, Neil. So you obviously have a lot of passion because you're at Comic-Con anyway, and your shirt actually almost matches this.
Yeah, that's right. My
With the-
team actually do have the same shirt.
With the ribbon and the shirt, it's Twisted DaRk. I think Comic-Con is like all about you, so tell me about this.
Sure. Well, you asked about passion. I've been a fan of comics for many years, and I used to work as a management consultant. I used to fix companies.
How?
And I used to go in and improve their operations, their bottom line, and improve the profitability. I used to do it all over the world. And
Well, everybody could use one of you. I know I can.
well,
Fix it.
well, the company was expensive. They charge you like £1 million, and then they give you £3 million in benefit.
Wow.
Well, that's what I used to do. But then 2 years ago, I
£1 million,
quit.
that's quite a few dollars.
Yeah, it's about 1.7, I think, 1.6.
Something like that, right?
But last year I decided that what I like most in my life is comic books, good comic books. Most are rubbish. And so I quit my job.
Rubbish. I lived in London, so I understand what rubbish is.
I'm glad to hear it.
It's garbage.
It's trash.
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 But we call rubbish, we call it like SHIT, you know?
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, it's crap shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Rubbish sounds so formal.
But yeah, and so I quit my job last year, and the very first book I wrote went to #1 on Amazon Kindle.
Holy schmo, that's amazing.
Well, thank you very much. This is Rising Stars. That's why you asked me here.
Yeah, exactly. So where are you from, London?
I live in London now. I'm originally from Winchester.
Okay. So
You
where?
have no idea where that is, do you?
Of course I do.
No, you don't.
Winchester
You're a liar.
Cathedral.
Oh, wow. Wow, I feel... Oh, she knows. Okay.
I lived in London for a while, so.
Okay.
know a
I can
little-
tell by the platform shoes. But can you get a shot of these shoes? Look at these.
Yes.
It's extraordinary.
You think?
I don't know how you walked around. That's why it took you half an hour to walk across the room.
Actually, I've been walking home every day from here to.
Tell me you live around the corner.
I don't. I live like in the East Village.
Wow, okay.
I can get around in these shoes. I've been wearing these shoes for decades. What are you kidding?
You should maybe change shoes occasionally.
I do. So, how long have you been in New York?
Just for this convention.
Good for you. And has it been going well?
Yeah, we've sold hundreds and hundreds of books. It's going very well.
So, can you tell me the
We met some
storyline?
amazing people as well.
Oh yeah.
They're not here right now, but
And your name is Neil. Neil, say
Yes.
your last name.
Gibson.
Neil Gibson. And what's the website for this?
NeilGibsonComics.com, and that's NeilGibsonComics.com, not MelGibsonComics.com.
What do you
lot of
think
people
of?
get confused, seriously.
Well, you almost could be cousins.
He's a lot better looking than me,
You
but
think?
Yeah.
Well, it depends what you're looking at because he's got some, he's got some interesting qualities.
facially he's good. And
He used to be Mad Max. Did you like Mad Max?
I did like Mad Max, yes, I
What's
did.
your favorite Mad Max? Which one?
Probably the first one, because it's the
Yeah,
grittiest.
I always wanted a little boy like that, and that little boy in Mad Max. Oh my gosh, that kid is just the heartthrob of the film for me.
Really?
Well, not in that kind of way, but I always will like. No. I always wanted like a little kid. My kids know I wanted Mowgli.
Wait, your kids knew that you wanted another kid?
No,
You are a horrible
no,
person.
no.
Oh my god, this interview's over.
Twisted, dark. No, it went right over everyone's head, but that's okay. So, back to you. What is the storyline of Twisted Dark? And who are these characters?
There's characters from one of the stories in there. I'm not going to give it away, but
Okay.
it's a series of short stories that are all quite dark in nature, have twist endings. Kind of the critics compare me to Stephen King, Roald Dahl, The Twilight Zone, The Outer Limits, that kind of thing. But the thing is, all the stories, there are like 4 volumes out so far, and all the stories connect as you go through. So they seem standalone. You can read a whole story in maybe 5-10 minutes, but all the stories connect. So it's designed to be reread multiple times.
So there's a common thread throughout all the stories, and they're all written for the people in the ADD world today that have no attention span, so they don't have to read for very long to be able to finish.
So I lost track. What were you saying?
Right?
Very funny.
Yeah, no, well, you're a smart man. You already started out like that. You were helping other people's companies. So that's pretty brilliant that they're written for the day and age where people have no attention.
Well, I just think it's fun on a commute or something, because it's not that people have much attention. People still read enormous books. Look at Game of Thrones, for example. But right now there's so much good content out there, and this gives you a chance to just flick through and read one story and see if you like it or not. And most people do, which is why I went to #1.
God, that's so exciting. That's so exciting. So what do you see taking this into film?
We've had 4 offers already to turn to film, but what amazed me is how many amateurs there are in the industry, so we're waiting for a good offer, because if you get it done with a mediocre film, with a mediocre director, it'll fade into obscurity. Like, look at Swamp Thing, the original film for that was terrible, but the series, a comic, is fantastic. It's kind of like Batman. Some of the campy Batman in the 60s almost killed the franchise, and now it's huge because it's done well. So I'm looking for someone to do it well.
So you did say Twilight Zone, right?
That's what the critics compare me to.
So do you have a favorite Twilight Zone episode? Do you know? Have you watched them?
I have watched a few. I watched more of The Outer Limits. I think one of the classics with William Shatner when the hero at Terror at 10,000 Feet. Have you heard of that one?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was excellent. Because it leaves it open 2 ways as to what actually happened.
They usually do leave them like that, you know. So on ReW, we like to ask our guests for a skeleton from their closet. Would you please share a skeleton from your closet with me?
You have to narrow it down. I've got quite a few.
Okay.
Everywhere.
Good. That's what we like. We want one about a romance, maybe.
Okay. See, immediately I just thought about one of the worst things I ever did.
That's
No!
exactly-
I don't want to put that up.
That's what we want to know.
No, I'm sure a lot of men in their history, when they were teenagers, did bad things.
Of course. We're all human.
Dating more than one person at the same time without other
Yeah.
people knowing about it. Okay, maybe some people have done that. I'm not saying I did that. I'm not saying I did that. There you go. That's it.
That
That's all you get. I'm
sounds
embarrassed.
good.
I don't like this. I'm like, why you put me on the spot?
So what's Tabitha?
Tabitha's about someone much worse than me.
Okay.
So,
So Tabitha did it.
yes. Tabitha it's about a mailman in Los Angeles. That's issue 1 of 4. That's actually a proper graphic novel. That's the first issue. It's about a mailman in Los Angeles who uses mail route to see who's not collecting their mail.
So the man is named Tabitha?
You don't know who Tabitha is until quite late in the series.
Oh.
But he uses a mail route to see who's not collecting their mail, and then he knows they're not at home, so he robs them.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
And then that goes fine for the first couple of break-ins, and then it goes horribly wrong, and that's where the story kicks off.
Cool. Wow. And you can get this on your website as well?
We can, but I'll tell you what, for ReW, on our website, neilgibsoncomics.com, you can get this and this for free digitally.
Wow.
Just because I like you so much.
Thank you so much. And the website again is?
melgibsoncomics.com.
No.
No, sorry, neilgibsoncomics.com.
And that's
Thank you.
Neil.
Yes, that's right.
Bloody fabulous.
What a wonderful accent you have.
Oh, thank you so much. When I lived in London and I came back to New York, I used to pretend that my mom's from London and my dad's from New York. So, like, I'm a New York-London person.
You do realize it's very fake, your accent. It's quite obvious.
Well, maybe to you. Can you do an American accent?
I kind of get quite southern when I do that, and I kind of sound a bit slow, but I can't really do it. No,
Have you been down south yet?
I have, actually. I used to live in Houston for a while.
Oh.
And they used to make fun of people from Louisiana quite a lot down there.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Did you have a favorite meal in Texas?
The portions are enormous in that place. They are absolutely enormous. And the people are huge, either big, physical, or muscly, but they're giants over there. Everything is bigger in Texas, and I mean that.
Yeah, it's true. What's your favorite food in England? Scones or Indian food?
Yeah, you do know our culture quite well.
I could never make a proper cup of tea, everyone would tell me. I was like the worst at making
Put your
tea.
milk in first or something?
I don't even know. I couldn't imagine what I was doing so wrong, but everyone would laugh at me when I'd make tea.
I actually had a cup of tea. My favorite food, by the way, is beef Wellington. I had a cup of tea here yesterday. Someone got, and it was revolting. I couldn't believe it. I think I felt how some Americans must have felt going to England and ordering coffee.
Yeah.
So
But you have coffee now. It's
We do
kind
now,
of
yes.
updated. Now it's kind of Americanized over there.
the thing, British, they get a bad rap for food, but
They have
if you
good
look,
food.
if you look at the historically, only warm climates have good food because the things grew better with more sun, and they have herbs and spices. So if you take Scandinavian food or German food or British food, 100 years ago, yes, it was horrible compared to Italian or French
now it's
or Greek.
all westernized.
But if you get like modern
Indian
ingredients, if you get modern ingredients and herbs and spices and add that to the traditional recipes, it's delicious.
Yeah.
So I think it's
Yeah, it's a wise tale now.
thank you for backing me up there. Yes.
I do. I've had really good food in England. Camden, you know.
Okay.
Do you go there? Camden
I do,
at
but
all?
I'm not. You have to dress like you to go to Camden.
Yeah,
I'm not cool enough. They take one look at me and go, "Get out."
I don't think so. You sound like Williamsburg you're talking about. That's how Williamsburg I feel. So what part of London do you live in?
I live in a place called Maida Vale, but
Oh, I know where that is.
you know everything, don't you?
No, I certainly do not know everything. That is one thing I'm certain.
Yes. Well, I live in Maida. It's called Little Venice, or
Maida
canals.
Vale. Yeah, that's cool.
I like it.
That's nice. Well, any last shout-outs?
Not really, but
Tabitha.
Tabitha.
Twisted Dark.
Get the UK's #1 comic on Amazon, a Kindle for free at neilgibsoncomics.com.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you later.